Carthage Must Be Destroyed. I have 4 Waterslide decal sheets in my hand covered in Greek decals. The next Kickstarter here is all about the Greeks, and I have taken all of these images that you can see here and have taken them from ancient sources, be it from pottery images, from coins, from artwork from the classical Greek era. So all of these sheets here contain different images. Now, I have 4 sheets in total, but in reality, there's only 2 sheets with 2 kinds of images, and I'll show you the difference here. In the first initial pledge options, before we get into stretch goals, you're going to have the options of choosing one of 2 sheets, or both sheets, or more than both of these sheets if you want. You know, if you want 4 and mix and match, you can do that. But in any case, I have on either sheet here either a whole set of animals with some mixed items, or mythical creatures on this sheet here with more mixed items. And I'll just quickly give you all a brief overview of that. Now you can see here some of these images are on the left, running across, are all animals. So we've got owls, lions, horses, different birds. We got some more lions. These are all, again, as I said, images from ancient Greek pottery art for the most part. What we've done is we have taken the images from their original sources, and often they're not very clear. They've had damages or they've aged over the years. And we've basically taken those images, traced them, reconstructed them, and kind of made them our own while trying to stick to the same sort of aesthetic. So you can see all the different animals there. We've got donkeys, mules, dogs, fish, all sorts of animals in there from Greek art. And on the right side, going up and down instead of left and right here, we have different images that were also included, like the ancient classical helmets. We've got some different pottery and trophies. We got the boats, and yeah, that is the first sheet there. Instead of doing what I did in the first 3 series, where they have heraldry facing left and right in kind of that knightly fashion, I guess we'll say, I've all kept them in just one direction, because for the Greek hoplite shields, they didn't really have to worry about what direction it faced. So instead what I did is that I just gave a row of the same decal and then just switched up the colors. So that should give you enough images if you want to like recycle them or reuse them in your army to you know, separate them or put them on different colors. Okay, and we also have some mythical creatures. Now, again, up and down here, or left and right here, going along the first set of decals here, they are all going to be more mythical or mystical creatures. Whereas on the right side here, just to fit something different in, I put more of I guess let's just call them regular items or alternative items in there. So you can see we've got some chimera at the top there. We've got some gorgon faces in different styles. I'm going to get back to these white ones to you all in a second here. Got some sphinx, some griffins, the hydra's in there, pegasus, pegasi, however you say it. You got a minotaur's head in there in a brown and a red color. Different animals in there from all sorts of myths, and again, the artwork that they did. We've got an owl with a spear down here. He originally came with a shield, but the shield wasn't very clear, so we made him a two-handed spearman instead of having a shield. And then on the right here, we got more pottery images. We've got some helmets. We've got I think it's called a triskelion with a 3-legged object. I don't remember what the significance of it was. And then some more helmets there. Now, on this particular sheet here, I've kept the colors in the first 4 images for these gorgon heads, these faces. But here you notice that they're all white. These are actually transparent. So what that's going to do when you put it on the sheet, or rather on the shield that you want to, or the background you want to put on, it's going to put whatever you painted into that color as its face. So I'll show you guys an example here. This Greek here, I painted the back of his shield white. So you can tell, oh, he's got a bit of a hair there. You can tell that, you know, the face came out nicely with the color of the shield. Whereas if I had used the other off-white on the decal sheet, it's a different white, right? So that's the effect I wanted to go for. And if it was a blue shield, then his entire face inside there would be blue, right? And then, of course, you know, I'll show you guys a colored version here since I have one. This guy here is obviously this pink-skinned one here. So you can tell that he's also on a white shield, but of course, if I had put the white one there, he would have came out in white or red or whatever color, right? So those are the first 2 colored sheets. Those are the initial pledge options. The other pledge options are actually repeats of the same thing, but I often have found in in Wargaming and 28mm depiction, a lot of Greek decals actually are silhouettes. So what I've done is I've taken the same images, and for the stretch goals themselves, I've just done the same things, except they're all just silhouettes of different colors. So, you know, if you don't want to have a bunch of colors on your shield, you could just have the very plain, simple colors mixed in here. And I put 2 of each on both sheets. And again, you know, they repeat like so. So if you have black shields, you can put some white ones on a black shield. Or if you want to put, you know, maybe you have maybe you do all bronze shields and you just want the black guys on the bronze shield, something like that. You know, just to give some alternative to having color. And yeah, I just see so many Greek decals and Greek representations out there, not only in decals, but even in the artwork and with reenactors. They don't even have colors on their shields. They just do silhouettes. So I thought I would do 2 sheets of the same things with silhouettes. Now, in this project, we had to put a lot more work into gathering art and tracing it, because in the previous projects, a lot of those images were already available to us, right? We got them straight from a source that was open to use, and we took them direct there and traced them. But all of these, we had to take the original artwork and basically reconstruct a lot of them, because they just weren't full, or they were missing, you know, like half a face was melted, or there was a part of an animal we liked, but the rest of the animal, for example, this Pegasus here actually has a full body, but on the artwork itself, the Pegasus's lower half just doesn't come out. So we just kept the upper half, right? Stuff like that, where we had to reconstruct. Or I think this, for example, this bull's head here, what we had to do is half his face was disfigured in the original art, so we took the good half, flipped it, and made it a you know, a full image. So little things like that, where we basically took the original art, traced it, and reconstructed it. All right, and again, these decals will sit nicely on whatever color you put them on. Again, I make them so they're solid. I do a good bolding behind it, so whatever color comes on top of it, there's going to be no transparency on them. I've got some historical examples here. I'll just show you quickly here, painted on some of the hoplites that I did. Keep getting a little hair. There's a little dog hair on my finger. You know, and these are all Victrix. These are all Victrix shields and Victrix miniatures. They're armored hoplites, and I think they turned out really good. Of course, I designed my decals for 28mm, so if you want to see if they work for other models, I'm sure they will. Hoplite shields will work. If you have Warlord hoplites, they'll work on those shields. You will probably have space on most of them for Foundry shields. A big hoplite shield should be able to cover most of these decals. So that's it. That is what's in the Kickstarter. I hope you guys like it. If you like the Greek stuff, if you want to get into that, I hope you want to back it and support it, and we will all see you there. So thank you all for watching. Have a good one.